What up? Your boy MC Shadow now. I was asked what I think about the new president and all of that. Now, for starters, comment, like, subscribe, check out the playlist. Um, I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. First of all, but I don't like Trump for different reasons. This is why I don't like Trump. What's happening now? You know what I mean? Because I don't believe he's a racist or those comments that he said about Mexicans. It has nothing to do with none of that. You know what I mean? Because I know that he's not racist. He just said those comments because he knew that that's what the people wanted to hear. He only cares about himself. He's a selfish, narcissistic, egotistic idiot. You know what I mean? He don't care about America. He don't care about white people. He don't even give a fuck about his own kids. He only cares about himself, and that's it. Nobody else, homie. You know, that's what happens when you're rich and you're a narcissist and you have an ego. This is what happens. It's a horrible combination. He's never wrong. He refuses to admit defeat. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not. Don't say like, oh, you Democrat or yeah. No. Fuck them all. You know what I mean? But you have to realize the facts, bro. When the hurricane hit, he even drew the fake thing. When has he ever admitted that he was wrong on something? When? Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes a mistake. When has he ever admitted his mistakes? Never. Show me proof where he has done that. It has never happened. You know what I mean? He always throws it's always somebody else's fault. It's never his. You know what I mean? So with the whole entire hurricane thing, and then now with they got illegal votes, and accept your defeat, bro. You lost fair and square. Accept it. See, the reason is a lot of the Trump supporters, and it goes back to what I have said this before. Just because you belong to, let's say, a Trump website, you're a member of the Trump website, and it says that there's 135,000 members, and y'all supporting Trump. Like, oh, you got this, my boy. The smallest city in just Los Angeles has like about 35,000 people in it. That's just a small portion of the United States. So not everybody was down with your plan. You got lost in that illusion. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people. Sometimes you think that you're right because 25,000 people agreed with you, or 100,000 agreed with you. That's only like 4 cities, homie. Don't fall into the illusion. Now, see, Trump, he throws everyone under the bus. He's not loyal to nobody but himself. He's selfish. You know what I mean? So it was always somebody else's fault. He was talking shit about his whole camp. People like that are no good, and I've been saying this. The ones that are righteous, nobody forgets, but the ones that are scandalous and shit like that, man, like this, they're a ticking time bomb waiting to blow up. You know what I mean? Because nobody respects people like that. Even pieces of shit or racist people or scandalous gente, even they don't like gente like that. You know what I mean? They're like, man, fuck this fool. You know what I mean? Like, it's 2 different types of evil. As a matter of fact, if you want to know this, that's how you know that there's no Illuminati and everything like that. Evil can't coexist with evil. They're gonna think that one is up to something else than the other, and they won't be able to coexist. That's why serial killers don't hunt in groups. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. That's why empires don't last. They crumble because everybody's fucking backstabbing each other because all the snakes are eating each other. That's how you know you're not gonna have somebody that rules it all. Anyway, going off topic, but Trump. So I knew that this was gonna happen. I just wish that there was a better candidate running. Was running because Biden, man, I know that fool's that whole kid shit, homie. Come on, homie. We know what we talking. We know what we see, homie. That fool, he has skeletons in his closet. I know that for a fact, homie. There's no doubt in my mind, homie, that fool's he's gonna go to his grave with skeletons in his closet. There's no conspiracy theory, none of that. You know what I mean? I just know it. You know what I mean? Like when you homies and these fucking pedophiles and sicko, especially behind the walls, there's so many of them, and it's crazy. It's crazy how many fucking sickos there is in the world. And and even in power, there's a lot of people that have done some. Trump's one of them. He acts like he's not, but he is one too. Not as young as Biden, but I mean, still, he's not as sick as him, but still sick. You know what I mean? But I think Biden, besides the point, let's just throw that one out the window. You know what I mean? That was like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. There's no proof. Oh, okay, let's just throw that one out the window. Um, Biden, I think mentally he's not ready, only because of all the struggles that he's been through. With losing his kid and all of that. Mentally, I don't think he's prepared, and I honestly. I think his mental health is declining, and I think it has a lot to do, with the whole, losing, because that's a traumatic event. People have to put that in perspective, and it hasn't even been that long. You know what I mean? And at his age, I mean, it's gonna hit you, man. It's gonna create a blow. You know, you're never quite the same no more. So he's not the same Biden as Obama's Biden and everything like that. And even though he could probably still be like a whatever, you know, I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? But people always seem to forget that too. That plays a factor. Oh, how's that play a factor? Trust me, it plays a factor. You know, I can't explain it. You're just able to tell, the demeanor in somebody when it changes. And I'm not saying it's because he became rotten or whatever. It's just sometimes some shit happens in people's lives where it completely it changes them forever. You know what I mean? And losing your son, I mean, trust me, homie, that's gonna be, that's gonna be some hard shit. You're never gonna be mentally the same no more. You're gonna see the world, a little bit different, or a lot different. You know what I'm saying? No sympathy on his behalf, just because too many videos out there with the kid thing, and so that shit don't fly in my book. But just to break it down to those people that out there supporting Biden and stuff like that. Now, Kamala Harris, that's a different story. I actually like her. I know a lot of people, and I know her, her background, and I know everything like this. Yes, everybody comes with mistakes, bro. No one's perfect in this world. Tell me a person that's perfect. I'd like to see that motherfucker. Guarantee you he has skeletons. We all made mistakes in this fucking world. So people to be pointing out a few stuff. We can all point out a few errors in each and one of our lives. So knock it off. Stop. I actually think she's decent. Now, their flaws is that they're kind of like Obama, where they have this gentle heart and just give and give to these lazy fucks. They need to get a job and stop bitching. Stick to your career. Stop whining about your job and just work and be grateful you have a job. God damn it. Motherfuckers didn't even want to go to college and put in effort and still want to get paid all that money. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You make best with what you got, homie. And be grateful that you're breathing and that you have water and a roof over your head. Shit. People that have it way rougher, you're bitching about this. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Anyway, going off topic. So Trump, I'm actually curious to see, the whole transition process and everything, because knowing him, I don't really see how it's going to happen. This guy's a fucking... I hate Trump because of how he is. This Trump is the one that I hate. Not the business one, not the president one. This right here is the one that I hate. The one that refuses to... He's going to say... I haven't watched nothing. I'm at work, whatever. I haven't been on my phone to see nothing. He's going to say that he felt like he got cheated. That this wasn't a fair election. They should have stopped the counting of the votes. That there's something there. That because of this person, because of that person, if I had a better team, he's going to say all of this. This is what he's going to say. He's not going to, hey, good job, like when Obama, left and Trump won and Hillary, you didn't hear Hillary like, oh, this motherfucker. Ooh. But this fool talking all that shit, and he's not going to want to accept defeat. I swear to God, he's not going to want to accept that he lost fair and square. And for people to support him and think that there's people that were fake voting and everything like that, like, I'm not even going to say nothing to you guys. I lost hope in you guys. And I hope that you have a good life, bro, and man, it sucks for the people that are in your circle. You know what I mean? It's a toxic way of being. You know what I mean? It's baffling to me. Um, People don't like to lose, I guess. There's some people that are just, man, that's just wild to me. Like, fuck, you could lose fair and square. Like, it didn't have to be cheated. Like, that's just ridiculous. But I think also it has to do with like the internet makes them think like they're all in the rights. Don't fall for the illusions. Like I said, I'm just saying. So that's my opinion on it. I think Trump screwed himself at the end. You know what I mean? I'm not happy with the results of Biden. Kamala, she dope. But I still hate Biden, because I still think that there's something there with the kids, because there's too many videos, too many pictures, too many, my boy, too many and audios, and nah, my boy, like that fool, something else. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, for people to think that Trump was the answer and the salvation and the cure and nah. But here's another thing: Biden is not a wizard, so it's not like he could just free all the kids and people are dancing and celebrating. What are you celebrating? Our economy's still in shit. Kids are still in cages. What are y'all tap dancing? You acting like this motherfucker could shit money and fix our economy, break down borders and release kids, like he has the power to just point and shit gets cracked. Republicans still run the Senate, so he could pitch them the bill. They could decline the bill. No new bills get passed, so we're still stuck in the same fucking shit that we were in before. China still ain't gonna like us. Russia ain't still gonna like us. What are y'all celebrating? Cops out there all of a sudden ain't gonna change the way that they think. Racist people ain't gonna stop thinking the way that they think. What are y'all celebrating? Tell me. Y'all are part of the problem too. Let's get working on some solutions. Starting off with, if that's the way that motherfucker thinks and likes being, then so be it. Don't worry about him. And I guarantee you, if everyone's like that, it will smooth itself out. It won't pass down to his kids. It's a 50-50 chance. Nah, maybe like a 35% chance he'll pass to his kids. So don't even sweat him. You know what I mean? Just keep raising your kids and worry about yourself and what you're doing and all that. And I guarantee you, if everybody does that, the world will be a better place. Stop worrying about other people. That's when conflicts, issues, and shit like this is created. Don't stick your nose where it don't belong. I'm just saying, MC Shadow, we out.